that this movie is not a horror movie, but I have to start off by asking...
But it's creepy.
It is creepy. It's beyond creepy. And there is a scene where, full frontal, you get sliced across the throat and blood's draining. I can't watch those scenes, and I'm asking...
I know, I couldn't watch that.
How
that
creepy
was
is that? It was you. Did you see the... Could you watch yourself being done to you, or...?
It was very weird because they told me, you know, what it was, and it was actually going to be much more graphic than that, the way they described it, and...
More graphic than that, really?
Yeah, it was, everything was going to open up, and they were talking about veins and bones, and I said, well, how much blood are we talking here? But when I actually watched the scene, it's really disturbing to me.
Well, I would think so,
because really
I think you'd have nightmares forever. Because how could you get past that? You'd be sleeping and you'd think, you know, it's your death, you're visioning. I'm like,
yeah, but then it's weird, then I turn around. I don't want to give it away, but it's so cool.
I know, I had to bring that up there.
It was a great idea. It's very suggestive. The film is visually quite beautiful. It's Matty Libatique, you know, who he had the Fountain this year, and he did Requiem for a Dream, and he did Phone Booth, and you know, he does these incredible things with lighting, and he's really a master.
Well, I'll have to go back and watch it again, because I really do think, I mean, I wasn't watching it all the way, because it just too much disturbing. So, this movie...
I don't want my son to see this movie. He's only 12.
Right. Yeah, it'd be too much. But, so, the basic plot of the movie, forget the 23 part, is an obsession that drives somebody into the dark, I guess, side, was at least my interpretation. So do you have any obsessions, or is there anything that could quite drive other people batty that it's yours?
I'm too busy to have any kind of obsessions. I have you have to have time on your hands to become obsessed with things. I just don't have,
Well, what if you asked, like, your kid, if you could ask your kid, what
well,
would he
he's
say?
obsessed, he has obsessions.
But if you asked him, what about my mom, what would be obsessive about my mom? He wouldn't have an answer?
He would say probably school, that I'm obsessed with his schooling. Okay. He doesn't like that side of me.
Who does when you're a kid and sober like that? But. Now, are you able to, something like that, being a mom, I mean, is it so much harder now to work with, you know, and...
Oh, it's always been. I mean, it's actually a little bit easier now because he's 12. Very hard when he's growing up, and because, you know, if I spend all my time at work, then he suffers. If I spend all my time with him, my career suffers. So it's a juggling act, and you have to figure out, well, what are my priorities? You know, I decided, you know, after he was born that he was my priority, and I would spend most of my time with him, and I'm glad I did. It took me a while to get back into things, but that's okay.
Is it your mother's intuition to keep him out of this business, though?
I'm afraid my son is exhibiting all the symptoms of this rare thing that I suffer from. It's in his DNA because his father's an actor. He seems to have become a performer. And so I'm trying to just let him do some things for fun in case he does want to do it as a career. I think he's going to be good at it. If he wants, you know, my mother encouraged me and really supported me because it was my dream. If it really becomes his dream, it stays his dream as he grows up, I will absolutely support him in that, you know? And in whatever his chosen profession is, you know? But if he wants to try it, it's kind of a given that he will, you know? And as long as it's fun for him, then when he grows up, you know, we'll see.
He's certainly got good DNA.
Oh, thank you.